Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to show all of you somebody who I believe has opened their third eye, which has allowed them to not only become super successful, but to also reach superstardom. Let's take a deep dive into this individual. Let me introduce you guys to this man. His name is Sugasean. And if you guys are unfamiliar with what this man does, it might come to a surprise to you that he is one of the most dangerous fighters in the whole world. He's also a UFC fighter, but this man is not only just an ordinary fighter, he is also currently a champion. How did this guy become a champion? Let's say that's why it's so important not to judge a person based on how they look, because if you've seen this guy walking around on the street, I'm sure a lot of you guys would not think that he was a fighter, but in fact, he's really good. Let's take a look at some of his highlights.
Knee to the face. It's a lot of blood gushing now, baby. Three-piece dinner with biscuits. Oh, Mally! Oh, Mally!
If you guys got, yeah, if Snoop Dogg is cheering for you, it's no way you're not gonna be famous. So this is him basically. He looks like a character out of a video game, but this is his world. This is his world, and we're just all living in it. I'm telling you, this guy knows something that the average person doesn't, and we're gonna break it down today. Let's just keep watching these highlights first.
Mark Smith keeping a close eye on Khashoggi as he continues. Blows from O'Malley. Oh, that's it. That is it. Sean O'Malley
Knocked him out.
with a huge right hand brings Dana White to his feet, and he is still undefeated.
What else is there? Look at him. He noticeably got bigger. This guy is a real deal. Oh. He's beating people that are bigger than him, stronger than him.
It couldn't have gone any better for Sean O'Malley. That's about as pretty as it looks when you got a 2-year layoff. I was just about to say, Quinones is more normal. You can see that extra something with O'Malley, right? The more that's where O'Malley's good, right? Whenever he's going in and out, he does a fan.
Boom. Oh my god. Do you see that guy that he knocked out? He like started reaching for an invisible like rope, trying to pull himself back up. Look at this.
If I could quote Dana White, if you don't know now, you know. It's time to buy stock in Sugasean O'Malley.
Yeah, this guy is really good, okay? I don't think we need to watch too many more of his highlights. He just knocks people out. Let's just one more. Hello. Oh, okay. Let's just watch this one last one.
About minutes ago.
O'Malley looks crisp. That front kick up the middle. That man hurt him bad. He's doing it again.
Again, the hesitation.
He's just... Yeah, I'll tell you later. Here's the fadeaway. This guy is so calm and collected, beating up people, knocking out people way stronger than him, and just walking off like... In this one, he did like a little shooting fadeaway shot thingy. But normally when he beats people, he's just chilling. That's how cold-blooded this guy is. Look at this. Calm, collected. He's doing the most dangerous sport for a living. Calm, collected. This guy is something special. Imagine if you could be this, if he's this calm and collected in an octagon fighting somebody that's trying to take his head off, and he could be this calm and collected. Imagine what you could do if you could always be calm and collected, whether you're in school or whether you're working or whether you have a presentation. If you had this man's mentality, you would be cold-blooded throughout everything and you'll be a rock star while doing it. He literally looks like a video game character, and this is his world. Let's quickly just look at the fight that he fought to win the championship belt. So the champion that he fought is really good. I think he had like a 9-fight win streak, but look.
Nicely done.
Good job by Sterling, but perhaps that shot late in round 1 was to get a feel for what it might be like early round 2. Sterling unable.
Oh. Knocked him down. Put him face first. He's just beating him up. And that does it. Look at him. Cold-blooded, dude. I'm telling you. Look how he's just so calm. Most people would cry. Most people would scream. He's just cooling. He's just a video game character. I'm telling you. So what does this guy know that we all need to find out? Imagine if we could have his cold-bloodedness in our everyday life. He's fighting in front of millions of people, beating the champion and acting like it's just a normal day for him. But for the average person, when there are stressful situations, there are times when we have to do maybe a presentation, or maybe there's an exam coming up, or maybe there's something that's going to happen to us in the near future that we're so much in distress over. What can we learn from Sean O'Malley so that we can also apply his nerves of steel, his focus, his presence, his confidence, so that we don't have any of these problems? We don't have anxiety. We're just the main character of our own life. What can we take away from this guy? Let me just show you guys something. Knockout. He won by knockout. He won by knockout. He won by knockout, knockout, knockout. He keep knocking people out. What does this guy, how did this guy, where is he? How did this guy go from this to this within what? 7 years? 7 years later, he's a millionaire and a star. What does he know that the average person doesn't know? What can we learn from him so that we can also cultivate this level of success in our life? Let's hear it from the man himself. This is a podcast that he did shortly after winning the belt. And here, the host just asked Sean, he asked him, how do you stay grounded after winning the championship belt? Like, how does it feel? How do you come back to being normal? And this is Sean's response.
Was moving into my little farm I got, so I was kind of keeping myself busy doing other stuff. But yeah, it's not. There's nothing to complain about. Like we got millions of dollars, and you're. I don't know which car I'm gonna drive that day, and so it's like I could be complaining about other things. So it's just you just gotta learn how to. I think it all comes down to being able to meditate, quiet your mind, and know how to have a good like morning routine, a good night routine, and that's how you kind of get your mind back on track. Easier said than done, though, for sure.
I need to do this. I'm in desperate need of this. What would you suggest? How do I get on the horse?
I mean, for me, the waking up app.
You can follow me, bro. You can follow me, man. I'm gonna come up with an app soon. It's very soon. Right now, I'm just starting to build all this stuff for meditation, for spirituality, for introspection, to have nerves of steel, to be confident, to mask out all of your fears, to become the elite version of yourself. You just have to dive into yourself. And I'm gonna come out with the app, guys. You'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, let's see what else they have to say.
Sam Harris, he's like this neuroscientist, walks you through meditations. His like a 90-day thing or 50-day or whatever it was, just like introduction into meditation. And I did that a long time ago, and I feel like that kind of helped me get into a routine.
So you wake up and you put this on?
Yeah.
And you listen to it?
Not this one specifically every time, but that's how I started the Waking Up app, and it was just like a I forget how long. I think it was 30 days.
Okay.
You do it every morning. I think there was like 3 minutes for the first couple days, then it's 5 minutes for the first couple days, then it gets to 10 minutes. So I do 10 minutes every morning. I feel like it really helps me kind of just start my day and be able to think a little bit more clearer. But yeah, I think that's like the recipe for being able to deal with anxiety, depression, all those things. I think comes down to just meditation, being able to quiet your mind. And I think that's why I succeed so much in fights. I just go somewhere else in the back. I just completely let go of everything. I just surrender to the moment. I have a conversation with myself. I say I'm just gonna let my higher self take over. And I feel like it's hard for me to even remember the walkout or the fight itself because I feel like it's not even me.
Wow.
It's wild.
So you're meditating in the locker room?
Yeah, just breathing, following my breath. I mean, the UFC is doing a cool-ass documentary that's going to be...
This is why I'm saying, everyone, I believe that Sean O'Malley knows a lot more than he's talking about right now. I think that this man has activated his third eye. I think he's spiritually and consciously aware and woke. Okay, he might have these face tattoos, he might portray a certain image, but he knows that this body is just temporary. He knows that he is something much bigger than just this character that he's playing. That he is the eternal soul, just currently encapsulated in his body. He's saying that when he goes into a fight, he doesn't even remember the warm-ups and the walkouts and all that stuff. He allows his higher self to take over. And he's activating this higher self, and he's utilizing this higher self to beat down his opponents, to knock out other grown people, in fair competition. Sometimes the dudes are even bigger than he is. So imagine what you can do if you awaken your super conscious. Let's look at the next thing that he talks about. And here's another evidence to me that Sean O'Malley really has his third eye activated, because this man can manifest the things that he wants. Listen to what the reporter will ask him and listen to how he responds.
So when do you think was the first time you thought of the idea of being UFC champ? How old were you?
That's crazy, because I don't think I've ever even told this story. I think I was like 17, 18. This was before I even watched the UFC. Like, I knew what the UFC was. I started kickboxing. I started training a little bit. And I was like, okay, maybe like so delusional. Like, I'm going to be UFC champ. Never even had an MMA fight at this time. I think I was 17 years old. And I watched this show on Netflix called The Secret. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
And
Wait, like the movie or the...
Whatever, like where you just think it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's called The Secret.
The Secret is a movie. It's kind of like a documentary with a whole bunch of like professionals and just a whole bunch of random people who talk about how they can manifest things in their real life just by thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I went in my basement and I guess I meditated on it or whatever. But at the time, I went out there, put a blanket, like made a little fort, turned off all the lights, pitch black, and I just saw like me winning the belt, which is so weird to even think about because I hadn't even had an MMA fight yet. And so that was like the first time I ever thought like I could be champ.
Yeah, you never even been in a fight?
I kickboxed. I had kickboxing,
Okay.
and I was like, because I wanted to be famous for what like, I wanted to be rich, I wanted to be famous. I just didn't know what I was gonna do.
And then he basically goes on to say that he just wanted to be a fighter and he wanted to learn how to make it happen. He wanted to be rich and famous. And this man's dreams are now a reality. He is the best fighter of his division. He has the belt. He's undisputed. He fought another dude. Like here it says Sean O'Malley on Cheeto Vera rematch. This is after the rematch. And he beat the guy up. Basically, spoiler. He beat the guy up. So this guy is the real deal. How did he go from this to this within 7 years? Okay, he said it himself. Through meditation, through setting intentions, by focusing your mind, and by manifesting your thoughts and putting your action behind your thoughts, you too could become the champion of whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're into pottery or cooking or whatever. I'm here to tell you that you are very powerful and your mind is very powerful and you are much more than you can even imagine. The world has convinced all of us that we are just made and designed to work, but Sean O'Malley is living proof that if you manifest something, if you work behind it, if you envision yourself doing it, if you could calm your mind, you can become a superhero of your own life. Meditation on its own can definitely make you a calmer person. It could give you less anxiety. It allows you to really focus on the present moment. And when you really focus on the present moment and say, okay, I'm going to try my best right now. Whatever happens is up to God, but I'm going to give my 100% so that I live with no regrets. You are guaranteed to succeed regardless of what the outcome is. This man, Sean O'Malley, I believe has figured this out. Here it says he shaved his eyebrows for $50 back in 2014, and now he's a millionaire. All it takes is your desire to do this and the awareness. I'm here to provide you with the awareness that you are a super being, just currently in this human body. This world is for your taking. You are so important to this world that if you were to leave off of this earth, there's no more earth, right? If you think about it, think about this. There's you, and there's the earth, and if you're gone, now there's no more earth. Earth only exists, the world only exists because you exist. That's how powerful you are. Your mind is made by the same creator that created all of this. This is just all a playground, and you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. This is the power of meditation. You are so powerful that if you set your mind to anything, you can accomplish anything. But the problem is that most people are setting their mind too far ahead in the future, being anxious, or too far in the past, regretting something. If you can utilize your mind, control your mind through meditation, use meditation to learn how to control your mind. And when you can learn how to control your mind and put it to the present actions and try your best in every situation, you can live a life with no anxiety, no sadness, no nervousness, no fear. You could be cold-blooded like Sean O'Malley, and you could be a champion in your own life. If this guy can use meditation to be this cold, to knock out a champion, to become a champion, and to walk away like unnerved, like this is just what he does on an average day, then what can't you accomplish with meditation? Look, he's probably meditating right here, like, yup, I'm the spirit soul. This is what I'm doing. This is my script. I'm owning this moment. This is just part of life. What happens in the external world will happen, but I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of my mind. Let me try my best with my actions. Let me try my best to control my mind. And no matter what happens, you'll be a champion. That's probably what he's thinking to himself. And when you're already a champion, even without the material championship belt, then the belt just becomes a cherry on top. It doesn't make him a person. He is Sean O'Malley with or regardless. So I think there's a few lessons that we can take away from this. One, anybody can activate their third eye. It doesn't matter if you're a UFC fighter, an electrician, an Uber driver, it doesn't matter. If you can meditate, if you can turn your thoughts internally instead of externally in the external world, which doesn't really matter in the long term, it's all temporary. If you can focus your thoughts on yourself, you could become a champion in your own life, regardless of what you're doing. It's not that difficult. You are more than enough powerful. Now it's time for you to cultivate your thoughts the way that you want so that your destiny is in your control and the outcomes of your life are the outcomes that you desired. Just like Sean O'Malley. He mentioned using an app that helped him meditate. I promise that in the near future, my goal is I'm going to also try to create an app that will be completely free that anybody could use, regardless of your age, regardless of your race, regardless of your tradition, that can help you calm your nerves, become more focused, become more alert, become more conscious, so that you can become successful regardless of what you want to do and regardless of where you are today. So my friends, thank you all for watching, and I hope I see you all next time.